Here we have an all gasoline engine. So we're gonna have Christian show you some of the main parts. Now I know that the Prius does not have alternators or starters. So where's the alternator and starter on these vehicles?
The starter on this vehicle is located right on top of the transmission, right here.
And what about the alternator?
And then the alternator is located on the rear side of the engine, this point.
So what's really interesting about what Christian is showing us is how deep into these cars that the alternator and the starter is in. And we're going to show you how to take the battery out, and we're going to show you how to take the radiator out. But just know, Christian, how much work do you think it would be time-wise to take both the alternator and the starter out of a car like this, just because how it's configured?
The way it's configured here, it would roughly take about between the
two items. Yeah.
It'd probably be around an hour or less.
So figure 45 minutes to an hour. So remember, we always talk about what your time is worth. So if your time is worth $10 an hour and the alternator and the starter are worth $30, that's a good thing to do. But sometimes if it takes a really long time to get to it, unless you're getting other goodies like the wiring harness, the radiator, the battery, if you're doing all of the things in one shot, it can make it a really fluid process. But if you're taking one or the other out, it takes a long time.
Yes.
A lot of different tools.
Yes.
Right? A lot of different size tools.
That's so, yes.
So you're really, if you don't have all your tools with you, this is something that's going to take a while.
Yes, it was the battery.
Okay. So first thing you do?
First thing I do is take off the tie-down bracket.
Does every car have a tie-down?
It should, but sometimes people take it off and they never put it back on.
Got it.
In this case, it's already loose.
Okay.
I just get that out of the way.
Okay.
And then for the terminals, it'll just be a 10mm.
And you're just taking this bolt off. You're going to pop this off, loosen these lugs, and from there the battery should pop out pretty easily.
That's correct. In this case, it will slide right out. There's a lot of room they give us on this car.
And there it is. You got your car battery ready for the scrapyard.
Ready for the scrapyard.
Perfect. You mentioned to me before something about the windshield wipers, where the blade might not have value, but certain motors might have value?
Yes, that's correct. The windshield wiper motor will have value. Even the windshield washer reservoir pump.
Yep.
Sometimes they can go bad and will prevent the fluid to pump up to the windshield.
Got it. So that's just another piece to look for. I would have to imagine more on newer cars, they'd be a little more valuable.
Yes.
Okay,
that's correct.
So let's show how to take this radiator out from here. Now again, having all types of tools that are correct make your job a heck of a lot easier. Air tools are also easier. What else are you doing now, Christian? Just removing the brackets?
Yes, removing the brackets. I removed here the coolant reservoir, so it gives me more clearance for when I take it out of the car. And also the connectors. You can either unplug them or cut them right off, depending on how hard it is. And then for the hoses, I generally just cut them right here. Cut the upper hose and then the lower hose, and then it will slide right out.
Excellent.
But before I do that, I make sure I put a drain pan underneath.
Underneath?
Okay.
So you want to have the drain pan underneath. This way any of the extra fluid goes into the pan and doesn't go to the floor. Nice simple tool, scrappers. Everyday knife. See how he's doing it nice and slow. This way he's able to cleanly have all the fluid go in. This man knows what he's doing. This is not his first rodeo.
That's the radiator.
And that's it. Now from here, to clean the radiator up, can you just show us what bolts we would remove from it?
Yes. To remove the fan, you remove these 3 10mm bolts right here at the top.
Yep.
And then 2 actually at the bottom.
And then from here you have a small electric motor in here that would power the fan.
Yes.
And other than that, you have a piece of aluminum. If we can just flip this over real quick. This is something, scrappers, where you want to take your reciprocating saw and you want to have a nice cut here and here. This way you have a clean piece of aluminum. These plastic ends you can probably throw in with your shred or something like that. watching our video. For $2.99 a month, by becoming a member, you can get access to early videos, member-only videos, merchandise discounts from our store, and priority comments that we answer before answering any other scrappers. Click the link below to learn more. Until next time, scrap you later.